Hi, I'm Reagan, and I'm here to show you how to make these absolutely scrumptious muffins. Now they're brown sugar muffins with a hint of orange and dark chocolate. Now, I have a few tricks up my sleeves, if I had sleeves, for these muffins. The first one is I use 3 different types of sugars: brown sugar, white sugar, and raw sugar. Now, I ran a little test of my own and found that people consider the larger grain sugars to be sweeter than the smaller grain ones, even when they're baked into muffins. Now, the second trick I have is I use a brown sugar topping, so not only does it give it a sweet crunchy top, but it also gives it a punch of sweetness. And the last trick I have is that I actually shave the chocolate rather than using chocolate chips. Now, this makes about 6 jumbo-sized muffins or 9 average-sized ones, and we are not going for average. Let's get started. So we're going to start with making the topping. Now what you'll need is food processor, brown sugar, cold cubed butter, and flour. And I suggest you get high quality ingredients because last time I did the county fair, my mom bought the cheapest butter she could find, and my buttercream looked like cottage cheese. No matter how many times I made it, it was so frustrating. And all my muffins and cakes, well, were flopping like the Tower of Pisa. Not a good thing. So that's why I found a high quality flour, which is Bob's Red Mill flour. So first I'm putting in the flour, and that was 3/4 cups. Next I'm putting in the cubed butter. Now this is only 5 tablespoons. And the last thing I'm going to be putting in is the brown sugar. Now this is the topping I was telling you about, and that was 1/2 cup of brown sugar. And then I'm going to put the top on and not have anything, and make sure to put this in so it doesn't get everywhere. And then I will pulse it. And that just shows how simple the topping is. Now it's time to zest the orange. Now, here are 2 oranges. Can you see the difference? Well, this one's about twice the size of this one. And we really only need the zest from this one. But if you have a jumbo-sized orange, I suggest you only take about half of the zest. And now I'm just taking a grater and running it along the skin of the orange. So here I have 3 ounces of chocolate. And now we're going to shave the chocolate. Now, I'm not going to do it because I think I may chop my fingernails off. And I don't think fingernails in a batter is going to taste very good. So my mom's going to come over here and help. And there you have it. It is fingernailless chocolate. So I'm going to show you some of the other ingredients in this muffin. So here we have butter, white sugar, raw sugar, brown sugar, milk, eggs, baking powder, baking soda, Bob's Red Mill flour, and Nielsen Massey's vanilla. Now here I'd like to show you the difference just in the grain size between the white sugar and the raw sugar. So see that? It's kind of like bouncing off the top. And this, that's much smaller grained. Okay, so let's start creaming the butter. So first I'm going to put the butter into the mixing bowl, cranking it up, and putting it on around a setting of 3 or 4. First we're going to be putting in the sugar trio into the mixer with the butter. So the first sugar I'm putting in is white sugar, the finer grained one I showed you earlier. Then the raw sugar. Now this is the large grain one I was telling you about, and you can definitely hear it more going into the bowl. And the last sugar in our sugar trio, but not the least, is brown sugar. Now I'll be putting in the eggs. So these are 2 eggs, and I'm putting it into the creamed mixture. As you can see, that's nicely going in. Now I'll be putting in the next ingredient, which is milk. Nielsen Massey vanilla. And now on to some of our dry ingredients, which is baking powder, baking soda, yes I am using both, and now for the Bob's Red Mill all-purpose flour. Now I realize that I did not say this earlier, but as in most recipes you do in fact want to preheat the oven just to save some time, because you do not want to be baking your entire day for 24 hours. You kind of need sleep first. Okay, there is all the flour, and now I'm going to put the mixer on a bit of a higher setting just to mix it a little bit faster. Now putting it back on to stir, I'm putting on some of the main ingredients of this muffin. Now that is the dark chocolate. Now, if you would like an extra orange punch to this, or you really like oranges, you can also use orange dark chocolate. And now we're putting in the orange zest I was showing to you earlier. Don't you just love the color of orange zest? It is so out there. It's time to put the batter into the muffin tins. So you have three options for this. First is to use the classic muffin pan and just spray it with baking spray, muffin liners, or the reusable silicone muffin cups. And I'll be showing you how to use these. So I'm going to show you how to spray this. And you should do it over the sink because it does tend to get to be a bit messy. And I'll be taking baking spray and spraying it. So as you can see, I filled this to 2/3 of the way up. So now I'm going to take the filling, or topping actually, and put it over the batter to the point of which where you can't even see the batter anymore. You really want to get this really generously on there so you can get that extra crisp and sweet crunch. I'm going to just pop those into the oven. Now I'm just going to pop them into the oven with my ginormous oven mitts, I may add. Get these in here, and this reminds me of, do you want to build a snowman with me? And here you have the finished product, all different shapes and sizes, and they're all just as beautiful. So I made jumbos, average sized, and I also made some minis, perfect with a glass of milk. And these are just a bit dolled up with an orange buttercream and some chocolate shavings. It's just amazing.